Okay, so consistency can mean a lot of different things, guys. All right, it can mean from moving more to exercising more to trying to keep as active as one can, basically. Knowing that and knowing the ins and outs of one's body can change that. What do I mean? I mean the way we look at our bodies. All right, we're all different. I mean, nobody's body is going to be the same. Your body's going to be different than mine. You know, my body's going to be different than yours. You know, we all have different cravings, and we all have different things that we want to achieve, especially when we're on a weight loss journey. So if that means to you drinking more water, if that means to you eating healthier this week, if that means to you getting up and doing 10,000 steps or trying to walk more, or that's what I mean about being consistent. Not trying to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Because when we do the same thing over and over and over again, what happens? Our body gets used to that, right? Our bodies get used to us saying, hey, I don't want to do this. I'm going to stay the same. And then that's going to be your awful result, right? We're going to gain weight. And that's what we don't want. So how do we do that? By moving, by drinking water, by eating healthy. All right, those are your three components right there. Movement, not sitting for very long, and getting up and moving. All right, those things right there are going to mean so much to you if and when you decide to keep moving. All right, keep that in mind. Now also, you can tell me, well, I don't want to stand, I want to sit. You can do that too, but here's your alternative. When we sit for that amount of time, what's going to happen to our bodies, Bessies? We are going to get so uncomfortable with our body that it's going to turn the other way. It's going to turn inside out. All right? So just be careful and keep that in mind. Again, being consistent, drinking water, and not sitting for very long. Those are your three things and your three key words for today. All right? Not sitting for very long, eating healthy, and moving. All right, guys? That's your challenge for this week. I want to see how many of you guys can be consistent. All right? Let's keep moving. All right? Again, being consistent, keeping as active as you can be, even if you don't want to, and drinking water and getting up and moving. All right? That's your key. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right? Thanks for listening. Love you.